What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. I am here on the Chaos 10 Wyvern Enthusiast, so I can knock out this Wyvern Enthusiast incursion daily, and we are going to play around with some doggos and fishes. On the doggos, we're going to be using Rebounding Strike, Juggernaut, and Automation with Accumulator, Hardened, and Defense Rate. We're going to use two different kinds of fish. We're going to bust out the pufferfish with Piercer, Defense Rate, and Anti-Melee, Mass Destruction, Destruction, and Caustic Venom. And we're going to use some of those Jelly Shotguns with Focus Current, Destruction, Mass Destruction, Anti-Melee, Anti-Chaos, and Defense Rate. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I think we're going to be able to shut this lane down into just two groups. Let's get our buff beam down first because the beams are a little sketch on that platform there. And let's see. If we go with like 3 puffers here, hopefully that can handle both those lanes. And then we'll just go with a couple of doggos kind of right up front. I think these doggos will take a little bit of a beating, but hopefully not too bad here. Give them some reflect beams, of course. Reflect beams have the all the pylons on it. So going to be using those here as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to have enough DU to fit in a Boostar. I'd love to get a Boostar in the mix here too, but I don't think it's going to quite work out. Let's see. Let's go with a doggo right here. And we'll get a reflect beam in on that one. And then we need to get a dog in, say, right here with a little reflect beam action. And that leaves what? We got 340 DU left. Not a ton of DU left. So that will give me what? We can go 2 jellies, I think. 2 of the old shotguns here. And then that will leave me enough for buff beams and destructive pylon. I'm using buff beams over the Boostara because of the diffusion shard. I want to get that extra range. The extra power is not as much of a benefit as the extra range, in my opinion. So that is what I'm going to do. And then what? We got 20 DU left over. I guess I can just throw just kind of a generic lightning strike. I actually got pylons on that lightning strike too, so it's not really going to be all that helpful. But will allow me to use the DU, the rest of the DU at least. And let's see, that is enough for 1 upgrade on each of our damaging defenses. I think these dogs... Will it be this one or this one? Let's try that one. I think those dogs will take a little bit of a beating. But let's see how the waves run here. The flyers could get a little sketch on this area too. The pufferfish will hit the flyers, but their range, of course, is fairly short. If we see the range, actually it goes out there decent. It gets decent range on them. I'm using range pylon on the reflect beams along with the other pylons, and then additionally using diffusion on the buff beam as well. So are we to the range cap? We're not quite to the range cap, but we are pretty close. So we got some decent range on our little pufferfish here, and they're getting it. They are getting the job done. Now we're focused on poison over here. Since I'm using all pylons on the reflect beams, I have no earth damage in the mix. If I took a different route and put I've got pylons on my lightning strike aura as well. If I was to go with the lightning strike for the pylons, then I could use that shattering torpedo. That would give me a little earth damage for enemies at the wall to combine with that poison. But I'm not doing that. Just a C10 map. I don't think we're going to need any sort of elemental combos in the mix here. Hopefully not. To get the win. See, we got flyers pushing over here too. The flyers should get blasted though. Yeah, the shotguns are doing great over there. Yeah, pretty smooth sailing altogether. Was not too terrible, that is for sure. Let's see, let's grab it all up. Did these walls get... That wall didn't take any damage. That wall didn't either. What about over here? That didn't either. Neither of these walls really took any damage. Kind of surprised by that. Let's see. I think let's just throw it all into these pufferfish here. We'll get those good and schnazzed up and see how it holds. The more upgrades, of course, the smoother the map is going to run altogether. Going to have to figure out what I want to spend my 12,000 defender medals on, because I am getting close to the cap. I'm debating on doing some more shard gambling. What do you all think? Should I save them for the pending update? Of course, we got an update coming on the 18th. We don't know if there's going to be any new shards or anything added in, but, you know, if there is, it would be nice to be prepared for that and just be able to yoink them right away. So, part of me wants to save those defender medals for that. And then I've also been pretty heavily debating on doing some more AP resets on my alt. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to. I'm at 72, which is the, you know, it's the orange icon, which, you know, of course is the one I was shooting for. So I've got all the ancient power points. I've got the orange icon. The only thing I can get out of it is more gold gain. But I'm not sure I want to invest a bunch of time into that. And then we got the big flyer push at the end. This has actually gone crazy, crazy smooth. Let's invest into these jellies here. We'll just let those flyers burn off here while we're upgrading. Actually get these jacked all the way up. Definitely got some nice, not a whole lot of defenses. Of course, defenses, the upgrade value you get for defenses is determined by how much DU they cost. However, one of the benefits of using a bunch of, or a low amount of overall towers, but using ones that cost a little more, is you're very likely to have enough mana to get the entire, you know, the entire map upgraded. At least all your damaging defenses prior to, you know, the wave or the map being over. So although you don't get as much upgrade value as you would if it was like a 20 or 30 DU defense, you do still, you know, you get all your upgrades in, so you're able to maximize the power that you can get out of that defense. It's like it's actually getting pretty thick over there. A lot of flyers. Now, I got the reduced number of targets on my jellyfish from the shard, so each jellyfish is only hitting 6 targets. They are hitting them pretty hard, though. Got some big booms going on here. I love using the dogs as my blockades. I just think they're so incredibly awesome. However, it would be nice to use one of the cheaper blockades. So using something like the, you know, the spinny boys from the Squires are just incredibly powerful and only 20 DU. That would be what? 30, 60, 90, 120 DU spent. That's my 3 boost stars right there. So if I would have used lower cost walls, I could have a boost star on each stack of defenses. And that would be just huge. I mean, that would be, you know, a very, very nice power gain for sure. Like I mentioned, though, I don't think I'm going to need it, but it would be nice to have. No kill quite like overkill, you know? Alright, looking good. I don't even think we really need to upgrade anymore, but I'm going to go ahead anyway, just because I can't talk about having that benefit of getting everything full up and then not full upping it. I think that's good. Let's just let it fly from there. Wave 4 and 5, we should just be able to blast here and do pretty well. Pufferfish thematically, I just absolutely love them. I do wish they were a tiny bit stronger, maybe. or had more range, or like their wall hacks that they had at the beginning were really, really awesome. But it's definitely still a fun and effective defense to use. I think it comes down to the same as many defenses in the game, and that the defenses are very, very usable. They just get outclassed. You know, if you're playing the game just to have fun, of course, then you want to play around with different things. But if you're on that hard grind, a lot of times efficiency will come into play, and you know, you got to use the most efficient things when that is the case. Tons of mobs rolling out, but they are all melting pretty quick. Oh, we got a pufferfish down. Not sure what that was. Yeah, not sure what got me there. Let me just go ahead and get that rebuilt on the fly here. I'm sure I'll see it when I'm editing the video, assuming maybe it was a dive bomber that I didn't notice. I'm not positive there, because it did do damage to both of those fish. Alright, let's go ahead and blast this one back up. And it is good. I mean, a little better reflect beam placement. Actually, you know what? I think it had to have been a dive bomber. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll notice. I'll see it when I edit the video here. Let's just go ahead and let wave 5 fly. Hopefully we don't have any more travesties here and are able to just blast it through. We got a little ogre action rolling out. Good old Timothy. About to lose our swap damage. That should get us through the remainder of the map. What is this even going to put me at? This one will put me really close to 11,000, so I'll be over capped when I complete the weekly. I actually might have to spend a little. I'll buy something. Not sure what I'll buy, but I'll buy something to keep myself from throwing defender medals away. And then we got the lovely Jimothy rolling out next. You just get wrecked. I barely even got any shots fired into that guy. We're taking damage on this wall a little now. It should be able to survive though. Not gonna bother repairing it. And then we got Gregory to finish out the charge. Lost my swap damage, but should be a non-issue. And then the Flyer Horde, and it is GG's. So little doggos, fish, and shotguns to start the day today. And there we go. So daily mission complete. But that is it for today, y'all. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully everyone is having an absolutely wonderful weekend. And I will see you next time around. Take it easy.